Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another Brad judging video, and I'm trying to get this set up the right way. Let me push this back a little further. Probably get some purple and blue and yellow hair in the way here. But yeah, welcome, and today we're going to be talking about a subject that is going to make a lot of people really angry, and people aren't going to like it. But hey, let's do it. I wanted to make this video for a long time, and now I want to speak my opinion on the subject. And like I said, this video is more of a movie and music kind of related thing, but every once in a while I'm going to share my views on different topics and life lessons. And the first life lesson I'm going to give you is you can't talk about the president unless you vote. That is the first rule. If you're going to bitch about the president, if you're going to bitch about what they're doing and whatever, if you don't vote, you really don't have a say. And that's the first thing that you need to realize. If you do not vote, if you do not make your voice heard, and I know a lot of people are like, what's it matter? One vote doesn't matter. It does matter. And it worked this time. And the thing that really makes me angry is the fact that people are so up in arms because Donald Trump won. And it gets me to a place where the Republicans are making up all this nonsense about, oh, it was fixed, the Russians, were into it. And I mean, I know there's probably people out there that really do think the Russians were involved. And yeah, they might have been, but I don't really know. Will we ever know? Probably not. We probably will never know unless a Russian actually comes out and says, yes, we messed with your election. Will it happen? Probably not. Because I think it was a fictitious thing that they're trying to make, the Donald Trump legacy, what his presidency is going to become. They're trying to water it down as much as possible because they want to act like this kind of person will never be good to run the country. Here's the thing. I was very, very adamant about wondering what Donald Trump would do for the country, and every time he talked, every time he said a stupid thing, he said 5 other things that made me want to vote for him. The other thing is we didn't really have a choice. Hillary Clinton would not have been a good president. She was talking stupid, and she got herself in trouble. And Oprah said it best, and if anybody's going to run against Donald Trump and try to get him out of office, which I'm against, I'm for Donald Trump. I like what he's doing with the country. Some things are kind of stupid, but for the most part, I mean, 90% of what he's doing good for the country. There's that 10% that he does some stupid shit, but for the most part, he's doing good. He's running the company like a business. That's what he told everyone. When he took office, that's what he was going to do. And you're seeing a lot of things just like business. People getting fired, people getting let go, trying to find better people to be in the positions. And you're seeing a lot of moving and shaking, and that's what you're not used to seeing in the White House. And I understand it. It's a little bit crazy. People are thinking that he's a little bit insane. But I think, like I said, he's running it like a business. He's trying to make the country better, and he has. If you look at where we were and what has happened since he got into office, some people will probably say that there's 100 different things that he has done that affected the country negatively. But I do think there are positive things you can look at, and for every negative thing, there's probably 2 positive things you can find that Donald Trump has helped us with. Now, I can't really give you data. But all I'm saying is I think that I've noticed a big difference in the economy. Obama tried to do that, but he didn't really do anything that I think would be long term. I just got a raise in my job, and it had to do with what was something to do with the middle class tier or whatever like that, getting a break or something like that. I can't remember what it was. Now I know in that thing, he also helped his wealthy friends. I understand that, and people hate that a little bit. But sometimes you got to take everything with a grain of salt. And I'm sure there's a reason why he did that. Probably maybe he's hoping that those people will donate to the to good deeds. Do good deeds and everything like that. But there's always going to be somebody out there that doesn't like the current president, and this has been a president that people just don't want to like. And I think it's because he's so unique. He's very outspoken. He don't know, but I kind of like it about that because it's not a boring presidency whatsoever, and I can look back on this, years from now and tell, my son Zayden and my son to come, about, Donald Trump, and my son's gonna remember, Zayden's gonna remember my first child, because he's kind of living through it right now, and he'll be president probably, right before he gets out of high school. Donald Trump will probably he'll remember stuff because he'll be like 12, 13, something like that when Donald Trump gets out of office, most likely. Because this is the one thing I know maybe this time it's going to be different, but every single president that since I've been alive have ran 2 terms. If Donald Trump gets knocked out of office this next time when he runs, it'll be the first time it's ever happened during my lifetime. So it's been a while since it happened. So, and I'm not going to look back in history and try and tell you who the last one was because I don't know. A lot of presidents run 2 terms in a row. It's just hard, I think, for the American people to change presidents when they don't need to. So they just vote for the same person and go, whatever, just keep him in office. Shut up, I'm not ready for a change right now. And then when they are ready for a change and they get all political, they get all into it, they're trying to figure out who the best president, and that's when they chose Donald Trump. And the Russian thing just really pisses me off because they want to do this and they want to do that. And I didn't get to the point what Oprah said. Oprah said, she made a very valid point and said anybody that's going to try and take on Donald Trump, they need to focus on what they're going to do for our country, not tearing down the other man. And she didn't say that, but she said it in other words, like focus on what you're going to do for the country and not on your opponent. And I think that's what she said. And that's a very, very good sound advice because Oprah said she's not going to run, which who knows, she may end up, but I really doubt it. I don't think that there's a handful of people, I think, and Ronald Reagan was one, but I never seen any of his movies or anything. He was an actor, evidently, and he got into politics. But that was a wholly different world in the terms of, I think, of acting, because acting, I don't think, really was looked upon as, ooh, he's an actor. It wasn't like that back then. I mean, it was pretty popular, and people followed, I think, people back then, but I don't think it was, like, so, I guess paparazzi-like back then. And I'm spewing garbage out of my mouth right now, but I can only guess. But in today's eyes, Donald Trump is one of the second people that's really been kind of popular. Barack Obama kind of mixed it in with celebrities. He kind of got, in with celebrities before he became president to promote his, trying to get into office and things like that. So that kind of helped him a little bit. But, Donald Trump has been a very, very odd man outside of politics. And in getting into politics and becoming the president, it was something that I think took people by surprise. And I heard places that he was surprised that he won, but like I said, he gave the people everything they wanted to hear. Everything that they wanted, he said in videos, in speeches. He gave them everything that they asked for. A lot of people were wanting what he wanted and what he wanted to give us. And now all this backlash, and even some of the people that voted for him have regretted voting for him. And I'm like, why? He's doing good things for the country. For every negative thing he does, like he does 2 good things for the country. So that's the thing about, you may not like what he says, and sometimes he says stupid things. I understand that. But the point of the matter is that sometimes he does do best things for the country. And I think this is the thing about being a businessman and treating the government like a business, is the fact that he can go out there and he can be blunt and people don't like it because blunt is not politically correct in today's society, which I hate. I so hate politically correct. I don't want somebody to go out and say the N-word and all this other stuff. That's directly out of the way. And I understand when he said that shit, it's not cool. I understand that. But you also got to realize, how old is Donald Trump now? Think about that. And we've never had really like that young of a president. The youngest, I think, was JFK, was the youngest president we had. Am I right about that? I think I'm right. I think I'm pretty right about that. I could be wrong. But I think JFK was the youngest president, I believe. If I'm incorrect, I'm sorry. But he's kind of up there. Donald Trump is not a young man. And it kind of goes with the LA Clippers guy. What do you think you were going to hear in the public of his own home, You know, it's like, what do you expect? He's old. But so when he says stuff like that, I'm not surprised. Of course he's going to say stuff like that. Because he's a businessman, one, and he's thinking about stuff. And the way he does his business life, I'm sure is the exact same way what he's doing politics right now. Except he's probably more shrewder in the business world. And people probably wouldn't like him in the business world if they seen him. I mean, you've seen The Apprentice. I didn't really ever watch it. I don't even think I watched a whole episode of it before. I've never seen it. But I'm sure he does things just like the way he does there. He attacks, his competition. He wants to do the best for his company and make it the best company in the damn world. And that's what he's doing for the country. And, I'm solely behind him until he does something way out there. And, he'll probably do it someday, but I'll still be backing him because, one, I voted for him. But the thing is, I have the legitimacy. I can complain about him. If I want to complain about him, at least I voted for him. And I can complain about him. If you didn't vote, shut your mouth. Don't deserve it. Next time, get out, vote. You have a voice. Choose somebody else. You could have voted for Hillary Clinton. Could have kept him out of office. And I know a lot of people that didn't vote are, wondering, like, if I voted, would have helped? Yes, it would have helped. So yeah. But yeah, I want to talk about what everybody thinks about him today, the president, and kind of give my thoughts on that. Not going to be a super long video today. I just want to do it. I'm tired of hearing people run down Donald Trump all the time, and it's stupid because there's so many other things out there you could be worried about. There's being school shootings and things like that, but it all comes down to Donald Trump. Everybody hates him, and it's so stupid. Like, why don't you focus your energy on hating a person that the country wanted? We voted for him. We wanted him as our president. So shut your mouths, all the CNN people and all this other garbage that likes the Republicans or likes their Democrats, but don't like the Republicans. And even the Republicans are hating Donald Trump now. But Donald Trump doesn't care anymore because he's in the office now. He's like, screw you. I'm in the White House. You're not. I totally agree with that. I was like, I got in the White House. I didn't need it. And I don't think he really wanted to be Democrat or Republican, but they kind of made him, I think, choose one. And that's why he kind of tried to go. He really fought for it to be Republican. I think he more would fit with a Democrat, though. But a lot of people call him a liberalist, I believe. And he even says, like, liberal things, I think, when he talks, things. So, kind of one of the first look. And I think if we would have got Jesse Ventura as the president, it's kind of like this. I don't know if we ever will get Jesse Ventura as the president. Probably not. He's probably past that time where he probably would want to do that. But who knows? He may run. Will The Rock run for presidency? I don't think. It was just being funny trying to get in the news. But who knows? Now, The Rock is another story. I wouldn't vote for him. I would not vote for him because I wouldn't want him in the presidency because that'd be horrible. Donald Trump sounded like he had sound things that he would want to be, in office. I mean, he was giving very, very, good answers to questions. And already when he was in White House, the very first day he was in office, I believe, didn't he sign some bill in the effect already? As soon as he walked through the door, he used the executive order and signed something. I think that was really cool. He got rid of Obamacare, basically, or he took away certain things in there that were hurting the public. He did other things, too, that were been pretty good. So, there's some things I disagree with him about. The minimum wage, because I think he's not signing that bill. And there's some other things, but leave your comments down below. What thing has Donald Trump done and you're like, what the F? And don't say DACA, because that's bullshit. Like, the only reason why you might say DACA is if you have a relative that is that, and they have to go back home. But I have my own opinion about that. I don't want to be racist on this channel. I don't want to be anything like that. But, I have my reasons for not giving a crap about that, and I'm just going to say that. That's all I'm going to say. Because, I don't know, should I even talk about it? I don't really want to talk about it, to be completely honest. But there are ways to get in this country legally, okay? If you're in here and you're illegal, what are you doing? There's ways to get into this country legally. People have did it for years. So people entering at the south of the border, do it the right way. Get in, stay, It's a great country. You know, because you're already here. So shut up about this DACA crap. And if it's a child or something like that, that I understand. If you were born here, that's cool. If you were brought in by a parent that was legally allowed to be here, that doesn't make any sense why they have to leave the country. Makes no sense. Especially since if you've been here and they've allowed you to be in public school for at least like 5 years, I think you're exempt. But even if you're like a 2 or 3 year old or a 10-year-old, it's still you've been in school for like 5 years. So if you went to school in the United States and they accepted you and you've been there for a couple of years, I don't think they really can send you back. And if you're a baby, they definitely can't send you back without your parents. So if you're born here or you came in to the States and you're legal, if you're not legal, then you're a fucking idiot. You didn't come in the right way anyway. So you're stupid. So this whole DACA thing doesn't make any fucking sense. To me, if you've been here and you're in college, let me look. Back this train up. You graduated high school. You're going to college, but you're not a legal citizen. First of all, how in the fuck are you getting into a college when you're not even a legal citizen? What colleges are accepting that? Don't you gotta have a passport? Even if you're from like France and you're coming to study at like Harvard or an Ivy Tech college or something, don't you have to have like a passport or something to prove that you're just here on knowledge or something like that? I mean, I'm not doing my research here, but I really don't have to. I'm just bringing up points. And nothing makes sense at all about this whole DACA situation. And maybe there's something I'm missing. Maybe I am. Let me down below. What am I missing? But that does not make sense. Like, why can't you just go through the legal way? Yes, I know it takes a long time. Whatever. Doesn't everything take a long time, especially through mail? If you're waiting on something in the mail, it's going to take forever. You got to go through it. You got to do it. Go stay with your grandma in Mexico. Because your dad was a fucking idiot and didn't write you down on the... Maybe you were out in the car with your mom when you came through. Your mom was already a legal citizen. Your dad was working on his papers. He got through. You drew him through. Now you're trying to go to college. You have to go stay with your grandma in Mexico until the papers are legalized. Thank your parents. They're fucking idiots. It's not our fault. It's your fault. And your parents' fault. Fucking not the government's fault. Goddamn. And people bitching about dollars. Oh, it's all his fault. What about all the other presidents? They didn't fix the problem before, did they? It's always hilarious how they like to bitch about the current president and talk about it's their fault that all these problems happen. What about all the presidents before them? The problem was still there. I think you're talking about the deficit and all this other stuff, and like Trump's just like signing things into law. And it's, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't know. I don't know what else to say about that. But anyways, I thought this would be a fun video. Let me know your comments down below. What do you think about Donald Trump? Do you think he sucks? Do you like him? What do you like? Hold. This is what I want to know. If you're a Trump lover, tell me what you hate about him. If you're a Donald Trump hater, tell him what he has done that you actually are like, okay, that was good. Because I know that on each side of the fence, there's got to be things that you like and there's got to be things that you hate. So let me tell you, since I'm doing this, let me tell you what I love about him. What I love about him is he's a person. He is who he is. He's not faking it. He's a politician. He's no, that's not right. He's not a politician. He even said that. He's a businessman. But he's a real person, for and foremost, and you can understand that. What I hate about him is that there is some things that he has ignored that he could take care of, and it would really help the country. But he hasn't kind of tackled that yet. But I think he will. He's talked about subjects. Things like, minimum wage, things like health insurance for the United States. It's stuff I really wish he would tackle to fix the healthcare system and things like that. That's what I would kind of wish he would do. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm gonna end it here, and hope you liked everything. Leave comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe, all those things. This will go up after the fact, but I was live, and if you missed it, well, you better turn on your notifications because you never know when I'm going to go live. But I usually try and go live around 10 to 11, and usually I try and upload my videos around then as well. Almost daily content. I usually don't miss a day. Every once in a while I'll miss a day. And today was Donald Trump Day. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Keep rocking. And keep on watching that old Donald Trump. And hey, I just realized this. Not intentional. But it is really funny. St. Patrick's Day. I'm doing a video about Donald Trump. Keep rocking.